life I had to fight. Hard times like bad trips like Nazareth, I'm on one. But if God got us, we gonna be all right. What's good, y'all? I'm Skip, one half of the super team Deciphered, and today we are doing a bit of a revisit to, in my opinion, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. It was released 10 years ago, as of a couple weeks from now, March 15th, 2015. And it's just a good time to go back and do some reflection on this album. So we're going to do a revisit. It's not quite a reaction. So if you are new to the channel and you are unfamiliar with what we do here, this is an album that I've heard before thousands of times, as I'm sure some of you have that are pressing, to view the video. But we're just going to run back through it and relive some of these moments, as some of them have aged over time and may have different meanings than they did initially. And some of them hold the same meanings that they did back then and maybe even feel a little bit stronger now, given the place that we're in now, as a nation and as a people, as opposed to back then, or just a follow-up from then to then. So I think it's a great time because classic music tends to stand the test of time. So this is a great opportunity to look back into, as I said, one of the greatest hip hop albums, if not albums, that has ever been released. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, and share and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. And if you want additional content, if you've been here already or you're new and you want additional content, be sure to join the YouTube members or become a decoder by joining our Patreon. So without any further ado, let's get into the first song from Kendrick Lamar's 2015 To Pimp a Butterfly, Wesley Steer. Real quick, and before we get started, I want y'all to put in the comment section where you were or what part of your life you were in when you heard this album for the first time. And just share some of your favorite songs and favorite moments for the album as you're going through the listen, whether it be through the chat or in the comment section after the live is aired. And just let me know how y'all feel about this album and what elements of the album either grasped you then or still hold a connection to you now.
Every nigga is a star. 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 Who will deny that you and I and every nigga is a star?
Hit me! When the four corners of this cocoon collide, you'll slip through the cracks, hoping that you'll survive. Gather your wit, take a deep look inside. Are you really who they idolize? To pimp a butterfly.
At first I did love you, but I just wanna fuck. Late nights thinking of you, until I got my nut. Toss and turn, lesson learned. You was my first girlfriend. Bridges burned all across the board. Destroyed. But what for? When I get signed, homie, I'm acting fool. Hit the dance floor, strobe lights in the room. Snatch your little secretary bitch for the homies. Blue-eyed devil with a fat ass mouth. I'ma buy a brand new Cuddy on Vows. Truck the hood up 2 times, do slow. Platinum on everything, platinum on wedding ring. Married to the game and a bad bitch shows. When I get signed, homie, I'ma buy a strap. Straight from the CIA, set it on my lap. Take a few M16s to the hood. Pass them all out on the block, what's good? I'ma put the cop that swap me by the White House. Republican run up, get signed out. Hit the press with a Cuban link on my neck. Uneducated, but I got $1 million check like that. We should never cave, we should never cave. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home. We should never cave, we should never cave. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home. Everybody get high. At first I did love you, but I just wanna fuck. friend. Bridges burn all across the board. Be strong, but what for?
Yo, what's up? It's Trey. Remember the first time you came out to the house? You said you wanted a spot like mine. But remember, anybody can get it. The hard part is keeping it, motherfucker.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. Say my name is Uncle Sam on your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I know you're kind. That's why I'm kind. Don't have receipts. Oh, man, that's fine. Pay me later. Wear those gaiters. Cliche and say fuck your haters. I can see the dollar in you. I can see the dollar in you. Little white lies, but it's no white collar in you. But it's whatever though, because I'm still following you. Because you make me live forever, baby. Count it all together, baby. They hit the register and make me feel better, baby. Your horoscope is a Gemini, 2 sides. So you better cop everything 2 times. 2 coops, 2 chains, 2 C notes. Too much and enough, both we know. Christmas, tell them what's on your wish list. Get it all, you deserve it, Kendrick. And when you hit the White House, do you? But remember, you ain't passed economics in school. And everything you buy, taxes will deny. How Wesley sniped your ass before 35.
Yeah, looking down is quite a drop. Looking good when you're on top. Better metaphors, leaving metaphors metaphysically in a state of euphoria. Look both ways before you cross my mind. We should never cave, we should never cave. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home. We should never cave, we should never cave. Niggas, money go back home, money go back home.
Okay. After the first song, Wesley Steer, featuring George Clinton, and let me see who else. Well, I can't see exactly who else is on the feature list. Initially hearing this song, I remember coming from a perspective like nobody is doing this in mainstream hip hop. Being that I had already heard not To Pimp Butterfly, excuse me, but Section 80 and understood that he had a heavy jazz influence in his music already, and him and Soundwave had been creating that sound. After hearing a song that we'll listen to later, Black of the Berry, I had a feeling that it was going to go more towards a jazzier sound, but I still had no idea the links that he would go to, like having George Clinton, the George Clinton on the intro song, and the verses being a direct communication from the tax man or Uncle Sam or whoever you embody as the person that's coming to get the taxes or coming to collect on your naive need for consumerism and need to be seen once you get signed. And this was just the introductory to how he was processing what he was going through after the success of Good Kid, Mad City, and how he was finding himself in a brand new situation and how he was attempting to find a new normal or adjust to all of the things that's been thrown at him in such a fast time or a short time frame. But this song is amazing. Like the funk elements, all the live instrumentation, the sample that starts it that speaks to empowering a lot of people, especially people that look like me, saying that every one of us is a star, and then going through the process, man. So I almost kind of like no one's better than anybody else, which goes into the sentiment from Mr. Morale, Big Steppers. I'm not your savior, basically putting us all on one platform, but bigging us up so we all should pedestalize ourselves and each other, and that way the culture is pushed up and just black people in general. That's an excellent element, you know what I mean? So let's go to the next song, and it is For Free.
Motherfucker, you a hoe ass nigga. I don't know why you tryna go big, nigga. You ain't shit. Walking around like you God's gift to earth, nigga. You ain't shit. You ain't even buy me no outfit for the 4th. I need that Brazilian wavy 28-inch. You playing? I shouldn't be fucking with you anyway. I need a baller ass, boss ass nigga. You's a off-brand ass nigga. Everybody know it. Your homies know it. Everybody fucking know. Fuck you, nigga. Don't call me no more. You don't know. You gon' lose on a good bitch. My other nigga is on. You are.
Real quick, before we get started, I was thinking about something that's funny. This girl sound like Gina Views. If y'all watch Effective Immediately podcast with DJ Head and Gina Views, this girl sound like Gina Views. Shout out to Gina Views. If you somehow see this, shout out to you.
Ain't free. You looking at me like it ain't a receipt, like I never made ends meet, eating your leftovers and raw meat. This dick ain't free. Living in captivity, raised my cap salary, celery, telling me green is all I need. Evidently all I seen was spam and raw sardines. This dick ain't free. I mean, baby, you really think we could make a baby name Mercedes without a Mercedes Benz and 24-inch rims, 5% tint and air conditioning vents? Hell fucking no. This dick ain't free. I need 40 acres and a mule, not a 40 ounce in a pit bull. Bullshit. Matador, had a door knocking, let him in. Who's that genito's best friend? This dick ain't free. Pity the food that made the pretty and you prosper. Titty juice and pussy lips kept me obnoxious, kept me up watching pornos and poverty. Apology, no. Watch you politic with people less fortunate like myself. Every dog has his day. Now doggy style shall help. This dick ain't free. Matter of fact, I need interest. Matter of fact, it's 9 inches. Matter of fact, see our friendship based on business. Pinching, more pinching, your pinching. My consensus been relentless. Fuck forgiveness, fuck your feelings, fuck your sources. All distortion. If we fuck, it's more abortion, more divorce, course and portion. My check with less endorsement left me dormant, dusted, dude, disgusted. Force weight, fuck you, figures and more shit. Porcelain pipes, pressure, bust them twice. Choices devastated, decapitated the horseman. Oh, America, you bad bitch. I picked cotton and made you rich. Now my dick ain't free.
I'ma get my Uncle Sam to fuck you up. You ain't no king.
Wow, shout out to Terrence Martin. Shout out to Terrence Martin. This jazz incorporation is amazing. It feels like fresh out of the movie Soul. That was the lead character was voiced by Jamie Foxx. This is just how the chaos of the song escalates through the end, and how it's a direct response from Kendrick Lamar to Uncle Sam, telling them, if you trying to fuck me, it ain't for free. Like, we've already given you the free label, so whatever you think you finna get from me, just know that it's coming with a fee. You know what I mean? And just talking about where he came from and how what he has to contribute will assist in how he will further his life, and, you know, by hook or by crook, empower Uncle Sam as well to a certain extent. But just know I'm getting mine, and whatever you want from me ain't gonna be free. My expression, my labor, my body isn't free. Dope, amazing song. Like, I like the basically the scat type rhymes that he goes through with this, and it just gets me to the point of just remembering like how dope this album was as far as his rapping, you know, content as well. Like, it's so many reasons why this is one of the greatest albums of all time, and that's one of them. Like, he was rapping like this in 2015. Let's get to the next song.
I got a bone to pick. I don't want you monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again. I'm mad, but I ain't stressing. True friends, one question. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Kunta, black man taking no losses. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. When you got the yams. What's the yams? The yam is the power that be. You can smell it when I'm walking down the street. Oh yes we can, oh yes we can. I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghost rider. What the fuck happened? Oh no, I swore I wouldn't tell. But most of y'all sharing bars like you got to buy the bunk in a two-man sale. A two-man sale. Something's in the water. Something's in the water. And if I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking bum. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. King Kunta, black man taking no losses. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. When you got the yams. The yam brought it out of Richard Pryor. Manipulated Bill Clinton with desires. 24/7, 365 days times 2. I was contemplating getting
mouth, mammy fuck.
I was gonna kill a couple rappers, but they did it themselves. Everybody's suicidal, they didn't even need my help. This shit is elementary, I'd probably go to jail if I shoot at your identity and bounce to the left. Stuck a flag in my city, everybody screaming Compton. I should probably run from here when I'm done, to be honest. And I put that on my mama and my baby boo too. 20 million walking out the court building, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, fuck the judge, I made it past 25, and there I was, a little nappy-headed nigga with the world behind him. Life ain't shit but a fat vagina, screaming, Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Limo tinted with the gold plate, straight from the bottom, Mr. Belly of the beast, from a peasant to a prince to a motherfucking king. Oh yeah? Bitch, where you and I was...
By the time you hear the next pop, the funk shall be within you.
Now I run the game, got the whole world talking King Kunta. Everybody wanna cut the legs off of King Kunta. Black man taking no losses. Oh yeah. Bitch, where you and I was walking. Now I run the game, got the whole world talking King Kunta. Everybody wanna cut the legs off. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence.
Okay. This song, the song that just played, King Kunta, especially after the beef and everything that happened with that, this song feels especially powerful now because he spoke to so much. He spoke to not compromising. He spoke to respecting the culture and doing what he had to do and taking a long road if necessary. He talked about, I was going to kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves. Everybody's suicidal. They didn't even need my help. You know what I mean? So that can go to any of the rappers that he's had issues with throughout the years, whether it be Jay Electronica, Big Sean, seemingly J. Cole, Arbor Drake Graham, who caught the rough end of probably the most lopsided rap battle of all time. And then he said, I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter. What the fuck happened? I swore I wouldn't tell, but y'all sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk in a 2-man cell. It's so much from this song that almost feels like like a victory lap in retrospect. You know what I mean? Like, this can be played and have similar energy to Not Like Us from the perspective of I did what I had to do, and this is now the celebration of upholding the culture in moments where some other people who happen to be my contemporaries did not choose to do so. And this is me at all odds saying that y'all can't take that part away from me. Everybody trying to cut the legs off him. That goes to the people now in this era seeming to have an issue with Kendrick after he, did what he did with Drake, and now everybody seems to have an issue, whether that be with the Super Bowl performance, any of the songs that he dropped. People calling the Not Like Us the most divisive song in music history and all of this and that. You know what I mean? This just speaks to being at the top and all of the things that come with it, but him being adamant on remaining Kunta and not giving into the Toby moniker or being broken down to be accepted. This is a really, really powerful song. And I feel like a lot of likeness to Not Like Us in this, at least the sentiment. And then he was talking about 20 million walking out the court, Betty Woo Woo, that takes me back to the Compton courthouse. Not to say that they're connected, like in theme as far as it being shot there, but it does have a lot of that energy because King Kunta was shot in LA as well, and it has a lot of that celebratory, proud, standing on my square type of energy that Not Like Us had. So let's get into the next song, Institutionalized, featuring Bilal, Anna Wise, and Snoop.
What money got to do with it? When I don't know the full definition of a rap image. I'm trapped inside the ghetto and I ain't proud to admit it. Institutionalized, I keep running back for a visit. Hold up. Get it back. I said I'm trapped inside the ghetto and I ain't proud to admit it. Institutionalized, I can still kill me a nigga, so what?
If I was the president, I'd pay my mama's rent, free my homies and them. Bulletproof my Chevy doors, lay in the White House and get high, Lord. Whoever thought, Master, take the chains off me.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Shit.
Life to me like a box of chocolate, quid pro quo, something for something, that's the obvious. Oh shit, flow so sick, don't you swallow it, biting my style, you salmonella poison positive. I can just alleviate the rap industry politics, milk the game up, never lactose intolerant, the last remainder, a real shit, you know the obvious. Me, scholarship, no, streets put me through colleges, be all you can be, true, but the problem is, a dream, only a dream, if work, don't follow it, remind me of the homies that used to know me, now follow this. I tell you my hypothesis, I'm probably just way too loyal. K-Dizzle would do it for you. My niggas think I'm a god. Truthfully, all of them spoil. Usually you're never charged, but something came over you once I took you to them fucking BET Awards. You looking at artists like they're harvests. So many rollies around you and you want all of them. Somebody told me you thinking about snatching jury. I should've listened what my grandmama said to me.
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. Boy, shit don't change till you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Oh, now, slow down.
Once upon a time in a city so divine called Westside Compton, this stood a little nigga, he was 5 foot something. God bless the kid, took his homies to the show and this is what they said.
What am I supposed to do when I'm looking at walking licks? The constant big money talk about the mention and foreign whips, the private jets and passport, presidential glass for gold bottles, gold models, giving up the ass for Instagram flick, sucking dick. Fuck is this? One more sucker waving with a flashy wrist. My defense mechanism tell me to get him quickly because he got it. It's a recession, then why the fuck he ain't king of diamonds? No more living, boy, meet my 4-4. When I see him with the bird diem on the floor, now Kendrick know they your cold workers, but this gon' take a lot for this pistol go cold turkey. Now I can watch his watch on the TV and be okay, but see I'm on the clock once that watch landing in LA. Remember steal from the rich and giving it back to the poor. Well, that's me at these awards.
I guess my grandmama was warning the boy. She said,
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. Boy, shit don't change till you get up and wash your ass, nigga. Oh, now, slow down.
Once upon a time in a city so divine called Westside Compton, this stood a little nigga, he was 5 foot something. Dazed and confused, talented but still under the neighborhood rules. You could take your boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood off the homie. Took his show money, stashed it in the mosey wosey. Hollywood's nervous, fuck you, good night, thank you much for your service.
The echoes and all of the like the way they dub the vocals or stack the vocals and all of that stuff make this seem so dreamy and almost like a trance, if you will, and how Snoop was coming in and narrate, and then Kendrick was telling the story about, because the album so far is about how Kendrick is trying to adjust to this new life, and not only is he trying to adjust, the people he's trying to bring along for the ride are also having trouble adjusting with however it changes them. And this is him bringing people along the ride to go to awards and stuff like that. And their reality hasn't changed in the way Kendrick's has. So they're still going into these environments with that institutionalized mindset, He said, it's a recession, then why the fuck he at King of Diamonds? No more living poor, meet my 4-4. When I see him put that per diem on the floor, like, I don't care that you know these people, Kendrick. Like, I'm from a place where this is how we get down when we need stuff. And Kendrick going through the process of a cleansing, if you will, where the song says shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. Like, you have to cleanse yourself from the processes and ideologies that you grew up in. You have to cleanse in order for you to change and grow from those processes. And his homeboys ain't went through that yet. So they're still coming at it with the mindset and ideology that they had growing up and just living in Compton, where they from. This is a dope song, bro. Like, how it's like the panning of the vocals and how it's coming from different sides and like the delayed echoes and all of that, man. And just the rapping from Kendrick Lamar, first and foremost, is elite. Not only on this song, but on this album. Let's go into the next song.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same.
And to follow up on that, as you all know, the running poem that goes through the album starts with, I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. This not only speaks to, the conversation that Kendrick was having throughout the album, but it speaks to a lot of artists that came up with him throughout this process, and him included. He says, sometimes I did the same. But, you know what I mean? Like, once you get to a certain level, you have an inherent influence over the masses and people who consume your music. And some people grow closer to you in some instances than your music. And that closeness that they find, that parasocial connection, leads them to being willing to accept and internalize whatever you give them through the music medium. And in that, there is a responsibility to properly use your influence. And some artists, including Drake, specifically Drake, in this aspect, but not just him, a lot of artists. I don't just want to single Drake out, but a lot of artists have gotten to certain levels and completely misused the influence that they've been given and spoke to things that don't enrich the people that are giving back to them or giving to them. They're not positively giving back to them through the music. You know what I mean? And Kendrick speaks on that a lot in his interviews. You know what I mean? Like, you can't run away from the title of being a role model. Like, once you get in these positions, people are looking up to you. People are looking to you for certain things. And you have a responsibility to, if not completely just stay Switzerland, you have to do something positive. But staying completely and utterly neutral is why somebody like No Name would attack somebody like J. Cole. But let's get into this next song, These Walls.
Sex. She just wanna close her eyes and sweat. With you. Exercise your right to work it out. It's true. Shout out to the birthday girl, say hey. Everyone deserves a night to play. She plays. When you tell her no. If these walls could talk,
I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. I love it when I'm in it.
The wall can talk, they tell me to swim good. No boat, I float better than he would. No light jacket, I'm not the God of Nazareth. But your flood can be misunderstood. Wall telling me they full of pain, resentment. Need someone to live in them just to relieve tension. Me, I'm just a tenant. Landlord said the wall vacant more than a minute. The wall are vulnerable. Exclamation, interior pink, color coordinated. I interrogated every nook and cranny. I mean, it's still amazing. Before they couldn't stand me. These walls wanna cry tears. These walls happier when I'm here. These walls never can hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might.
Those walls can talk. I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. Those walls can talk. I love it when I'm in it. I love it when I'm in it.
These walls can talk, they tell me to go deep. Yelling at me continuously, I can see your defense mechanism is my decision. Knock these walls down, that's my religion. Wall feeling like they ready to close in. I suffocate, then catch my second wind. I resonate in these walls. I don't know how long I could wait in these walls. I've been on the streets too long. Looking at you from the outside in, they sing the same old song about how they was always the cleanest. I beg to differ, I must have missed them. I'm not involved, I'd rather diss them. I'd rather call on you, put your wall up. Cause when I come around, demolition go.
Okay, we already know that this song, like this is, it's a artsy way to, you know, talk about, you know, sex and interaction with women without being super duper overt, while actually, you know, using that as a double entendre for just the walls we hold up. You know what I mean? And then it extends into a triple entendre with the walls that you can be behind and walls that you can be confined to when we go further through the song. And I'm gonna continue to get into doing multiple stops throughout the music, so we don't get copyright and get blocked, so that the reaction can't come out. But let's go.
I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. I love it when I'm in it. I love it when I'm in it.
If your walls can talk, they tell you it's too late. Your destiny accepted, your fate. Build accessories and stash them on the yard. Take the recipe, the Bible and God. Wall telling you that commissary is low. Race wars happening, no calling CO. No calling your mother to save you. Homies to say you're reputable, not acceptable. Your behavior sent me to board like a killer that turned snitch. Walls is telling me you're a bitch. You pray for pills, hoping the warden would afford them.
That sentence so important.
Walls telling you to listen and sing about me. Retaliation is strong, you even dream about me. Kill my homeboy and God spared your life. Dumb criminal got indicted same night. So when you play the song, rewind the first verse. About me abusing my power so you can hurt. About me and her in the shower whenever she horny. About me and her in the after hours of the morning. About her baby daddy currently serving life. And how she think about you until we meet up at night. About the only girl cared about you when you asked her. And how she fucking on a famous rapper.
Walls can talk.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room.
Okay, that was These Walls featuring Bilal, Analyze, and Thundercat. And I did not mention Thundercat on Wesley's Theory, so my apologies for that. Like I said, the triple entendre, being the vagina, the defense mechanisms of walls, and then the walls you can be behind. This is an excellent metaphor of a song and how walls can apply to many different things in life. You know what I mean? Think walls that you're dying to be invited into, walls that you're hoping to break down, and walls that you're hoping to one day escape from due to whatever the situation may be. That song was super layered, man. It's not just as one track meaning as the song being about sex. So that's a dope song, man. On this album, Kendrick just continued to demonstrate the ability to merge rhyme and song. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to everybody who was involved in the creation of this project. Gotta shout out Mixed by Ali. I hadn't got to him yet. He mixed this album beautifully, did a fantastic job, and this is one of the reasons why this album is so great. But let's get into the next song, which is one of the more, gotta fly here, one of the most emotionally charged songs of his career up to date at this point, the point of the release of this album, and this is You by Kendrick Lamar. And as I was saying, the song that we're about to play now, You, is one of the more emotionally charged records of his career up to date at this point, the point of the release of To Pimp a Butterfly. Can't answer that right now. But yeah, shout out to You by Kendrick Lamar. Let's play it.
Loving you is complicated. 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 I place blame when you steal, place shame when you steal. Feel like you ain't shit, feel like you don't feel confidence in yourself. Breaking no marble floors, watching anonymous strangers telling me that I'm yours. But you ain't shit, I'm confessional, tolerance, nothing special. What can I blame you for? Nigga, I can name several. Situation I start with your little sister baking. A baby aside, just a teenager, where your patience? What was your antennas? What was the influence you speak of? You preached in front of 100,000 but never reached up. I fucking tell you, fucking failure, you ain't no leader. I never liked you, forever despise you. I don't need you, the world don't need you, don't let them deceive you. Numbers lie too, fuck your pride too, that's what dedication. Thought money would change you, made you more complacent. Fucking hate you, I hope you embrace it. I swear loving you is complicated.
Okay, and this verse is talking, just continuing the separation and elements of survivor's guilt that you can go through with a meteoric rise in anything, and how you can tend to feel like you've left things behind and feel the weight of that on you. And that's what this song represents in a bunch of different ways. Going to, it sounds like possibly his sister or somebody close to him had got pregnant, and no matter how much he tried to speak positive and speak enlightenment to the masses through his music, it failed to connect to the person that to one of the people closest to him. And I think the songs that they could be referring to, maybe Keisha's song or something like that, or Sing About Me, like those songs that were meant to connect the chord and be a wise word to people going through those situations, that there is a way out and you don't have to go through those situations without the knowledge of how to get out, and understanding that you're not alone in this life, and that it's people who've lived through these situations and going down these roads don't always end the best. So it has to be a bit of a stinger to realize that, yeah, I think I'm out here helping people and having to grapple with the fact of going back home and it's not helping some of the people that's closest to you.
It's complicated. Loving you is 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 complicated. Loving you, not loving you. 100 proof.
I can feel your vibe and recognize that you're ashamed of me. Yes, I hate you too.
tengo que limpiar el cuarto. Es que no hay mucho tiempo.
Really complicated. What I got to do to get to you.
You the reason why mama and them leaving. No, you ain't shit. You say you love them. I know you don't mean it. I know you irresponsible, selfish. You deny you can't help it. Your trials and tribulations are burden. Everyone felt it. Everyone heard it. Multiple shots, corners crying out. You was deserted. Where was your antennas again? Where was your presence? Where was your support that you pretend? You ain't no brother. You ain't no disciple. You ain't no friend. A friend never leave Compton for profit or leave his best friend, little brother. You promised you watch him before they shot him. Where was your antennas? On the road, bottles and benches. You FaceTimed the one time. That's unforgiving. You even FaceTimed instead of a hospital visit. Guess you thought he'd recover well. Third surgery, they couldn't stop the bleeding for real. Then he died, God himself, and say you fucking failed. You ain't tried. Secrets, nigga. Mood swings is frequent, nigga. I know depression is resting on your heart for 2 reasons, nigga. I know you and a couple black boys ain't been speaking, nigga. Y'all damn near beefing, I see it, and you're the reason, nigga. And if this bottle could talk, I cry myself to sleep, bitch. Everything is your fault. Falls breaking to pieces. Earthquakes on every weekend. Because you shook as soon as you knew confinement was needed. I know your secrets. Don't let me tell them to the world about that shit you thinking. And that time that you out the Earl. I'm fucked up, but I ain't as fucked up as you. You just can't get right. I think your heart made it bulletproof. Should killed your ass long time ago. You should have filled that black revolver blast long time ago. And if this marriage could talk, it'll say you gotta go. And if I told your secrets, the world of no money can't stop a suicidal weakness.
Whew. This, man, I remember like hearing this song for the first time, and I remember I couldn't really breathe, like digesting all of this emotion. Like it sounded like he crying at one point in the song when he talking about the separation causing him not to be there for, you know, the homies. Like he already ain't, it's hard for him to be there for his family. Then the homies got issues with him, you know what I mean? And him not being able to be there for his homeboy at the time. And he ended up passing, and all he was able to offer at that point in time was a FaceTime call, you know, and after the third surgery, you know what I mean, he passed. Like that has to like hurt you when you feel like you ascend into this new space and you would look back for approval from your family and they got these type of things like where it's like their reality isn't changing as much as yours. And that tug of war of dealing with survivor's guilt and trying to accept that you belong in the place that you are while trying to navigate the relationships with your family as they can't live this life vicariously through you in the way that you know, would kind of hope they would by just giving you positivity when their life still has those negative elements to it. You know, it's a very tight rope and it can create that depression that he's talking about. We say he was screaming in the hotel room, you know what I mean? Like, and drinking apparently. That can lead you down a road, a very dark road, you know what I mean? Trying to understand these complex emotions, and it leads you to, as he says in his song, potentially hating yourself and having ideation and all of these other things where, you know what I mean, like the money won't do it. You in this nice hotel, you know, going through all of this stuff, embracing this success, and your life feels like it's falling apart. You know what I mean? That's a very intense set of emotions to go through. But the song that comes to follow, I remember feeling super rejuvenated and full of life after that song. You know what I mean? And we're going into this song that I'm referring to. All right.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like, yeah. Bad trips like, yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright.
alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster, and silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Don't nobody talk about Kendrick rapping, bro. Don't nobody ever speak ill on his rapping, bro. I know a lot of y'all that's watching won't, but some of y'all that's watching will. And I'm telling you, stop it. Stop it.
We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where.
This song is so exhilarating, and I see why it eventually turned into a song that was able to be like a protest anthem or just an anthem for perseverance, more so than protest, but like going through what we were going through like as a nation around the time this song was released. And even Pharrell said it in the Piece by Piece documentary he did with Lego, that he wanted to make a song that like spoke to what was going on, you know what I mean? And that led to the creation with Kendrick Lamar and making this song all right. And the lyrics that Kendrick is giving, like, it gave the perfect energy and the perfect words to, you know, to hold on to in the midst of those trying times. And this is one of those songs that I feel like, you know, as a people, we can hold on to in these times when it seems like there's a lot of uncertainty going on in the nation and around the world. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people going through things, but you can always remember, I'm fucked up, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gonna be all right. When you going through anything and you feel like you at the limits, you at the lengths of as far as you can go, you know what I mean? Just those words and the strength and perseverance that is gained and held on to from those words can possibly help you through some of those times. And I just hope people are able to get that even now, 10 years later from the album being initially released. And this is, again, some of the best rapping. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly may have the collection of the best raps of his career on this album.
Sure, my rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high, I cross my heart and hope to die. Loving me is complicated, too afraid of life change. nights in my prayers.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers.
And that was all right. And sometimes, like, you know what I mean, when you feel like you're going through things and you can't necessarily understand your way out, sometimes you have to go on that journey of finding out more about yourself or where you're from or how you possibly got into the situation, which can possibly provide a way for you to get out of the situation. And what we're going through now in this phase of the album is Kendrick going through a process of self-discovery and understanding where he's from and where his family goes back to and lineage and how important that is and understanding who you are as an individual and how you can move forward. And that's another like subplot in this album that helps you understand, like, as a people, like what we're going through in any given time, not just now, but we've been through a lot, you know what I mean? So taking that and understanding that the way out may be the way, you know, the way out of something may be understanding how you got into it, understanding the way through it, and how you can be used as a vessel to help other people in their situations. Like sometimes your trial ultimately becomes a testimony for other people. And I feel like that's what he is looking to do throughout this process. Like my way into quote unquote enlightenment through my specific trials and tribulations of coming into the industry and becoming this person and having these expectations and dealing with survivor's guilt and past trauma, and all while trying to understand who I am in this process. I can share my experiences through song, and hopefully it helps people along their specific journeys of going through varying levels of these exact same things. And those human elements is what makes him super relatable. Regardless of how rich he gets, he's able to speak to people on a human level with things that they go through, regardless of where you are on the earnings chart. You know what I mean? It's always things that we can relate to because we all are going through these things, and no amount of money will stop you from going through these things. Let's get to the next song for sale. That boy was running, wasn't it? Hard as hell, a lot of breath, boy. Guess you needed them 6 miles a day back then.
What's wrong, nigga? I thought you was keeping it gangsta. I thought this what you wanted. They said you scared of the church.
Now baby, when I get you, I'ma go hit the fire with you. Smoking, looking, poking at danger till I'm out with you. Cause I want you. Now baby, when I'm riding, yeah, I'm riding dirty. Registration is out of service. Smoking, looking, drinking that potion, you can see me swerving. Cause I want you. I want you more than you know. I remember you took me to a mall last week, baby. You looked me in my eyes about 4 or 5 times till I was hypnotized, and you clarified that I want you. You said Shireen ain't got nothing on Lucy. I said, you crazy? Rose are red, violets are blue, but me and you both pushing up daisies if I. Now, baby, when I get you, I'ma go hit the throttle with you. Smoking, looking, poking the danger till I'm out with you. Cause I want you.
And just a continuation on the element of Kendrick always having religious symbolism in all his music, going back as far as Faith from the Kendrick Lamar EP all the way through GNX with songs like Reincarnated and Man at the Garden. It's always that spiritual connection and him trying to stay connected to God and being aware of the forces that are at play to pull and tug him from pursuing that connection. Like he said, remember, he knows the Bible too, referring to Lucy, you know what I mean? And then on the previous song, in you, the evils of Lucy was all around me. You know, that's lust, drugs, money, which goes into greed, also goes into gluttony, you know, sloth, being able to be complacent and resting on your laurels and not standing on what you used to stand on and becoming a product of your new environment after trying to escape being a product of your prior environment, excuse me. So in this song, it's about Lucy aggressively looking to take Kendrick, like, and also saying that I need you more than you know. Also speaking to, I need you to be a voice for the energy that I want to project onto the world, which goes into misusing your influence. Let's continue.
You said to me, you said your name was Lucy. I said, where's Ricardo? You said, oh no, not the show. Then you spit a little rap to me like this when I turned 26. I was like, oh shit. You said to me, I remember what you said too. You said, my name is Lucy Kendrick. You introduced me, Kendrick. Usually I don't do this, but I see you and me, Kendrick. Lucy give you no worries. Lucy got million stories about these rappers that I came after when they was boring. Lucy go fill your pockets. Lucy go move your mama out of Compton inside the gigantic mansion like I promised. Lucy just wants your trust and loyalty. Avoided me, it's not so easy. I'm at these functions accordingly, Kendrick. Lucy don't slack a minute. Lucy work harder. Lucy gon' call you even when Lucy know you love your father. I'm Lucy. I loosely heard prayers on your first album, truly. Lucy don't mind, cause at the end of the day you'll pursue me. Lucy go get it. Lucy not timid. Lucy up front. Lucy got paperwork on top of paperwork. I want you to know that Lucy got you all your life. I watched you, and now you all grown up to sign this contract if that's possible. Get you. I'ma go hit the throttle with you. Smoking, looking, broken the danger till I'm out with you. Cause I want you. Now baby, when I'm riding, yeah, I'm riding dirty. Registration is out of service. Smoking, looking, drinking the potion. You can see me swerving. Cause I want you.
Real quick, I want to say this. Shout out to all of the background vocalists, like even the people who aren't necessarily upfront credited. Not that they didn't get their credit for contribution, but like I just want to say like they contributed a huge amount to building the elements around these songs. Shout out to Kendrick for continuing to bend his voice in different ways to project different emotions throughout this song. It's not just about getting on the track and rapping when you want to create songs that last forever. There is room for that, you know what I mean? But sometimes you have to channel certain parts of your instrument being your voice, to evoke certain types of emotion, to tell the story in different ways and potentially tell it from different perspectives, and jump into channeling other people, you know, through these sounds, you know, to get the ultimate point that you're trying to make across. Because sometimes you have to do more than the first person to tell a well-rounded story. In some instances, sometimes you can solely speak from first person, but sometimes you have to go outside of that and get a little creative and tell the story from a well-rounded perspective to involve multiple people to help it get, you know, the ultimate end goal of it coming across the way it needs to. Shout out to the people that played the horns, all of the instrumentalists, all of the background people. This is an amazing album. Just listening to it again, and I haven't heard it in a while, so just playing it back just brings back so many memories, man.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home.
Oh shit! I need that. So I need that sloppy. That sloppy. Like a Chevy in quicksand. Yeah. That sloppy.
This feeling is unmatched. This feeling is brought to you by adrenaline and good rap. Black Pendleton, bar cap. We don't share the same synonym, far back. Been in it before internet had new acts. Mimicking radio's nemesis made me whack. My innocence limited, the experience lacked. 10 of us with no tentative tactic that cracked. The mind of a literate writer, but I did it in fact. You admitted it once I submitted it, wrapped in plastic. Remember scribbling, scratching, diligent sentences backwards, visiting freestyle ciphers for your reaction. Now I can live in this stadium, pack it the fastest. Gambling, Benjamin benefit, sending in traffic, spinning women in cartwheels, linen fabric on fashion, winning in every decision. Kendrick is master that mastered it, isn't it? Lovely how menaces turn attraction, pivoting rappers finishing fraction while writing blue magic. Thank God for rap. I would say it got me a plaque, but what's better than that? The fact it brought me back home.
Oh my God, bro. This is probably one of my favorite Kendrick verses of all time, bro. Like, start to finish. Amazing craftsmanship with the pen, like amazing storytelling. This is, in fact, one of Kendrick's best verses. I love the first verse on Momma, bro. It's definitely probably the best verse on this album. But yeah, he's telling the story of just his evolution of coming from being the young guys, you know, who was focused on the craft without, you know, a particular end goal, you know, just trying to, or a plan to get to it, but you knew what you wanted to get to and you submitted it. I mean, you admitted it once he submitted it wrapped in plastic, you know what I mean? Going through all of the processes of rhyming in ciphers, you know, going through scratching words out, rewriting verses just to get to the ciphers, you know what I mean, and get the reaction from the people and that matriculates to now in 2025 getting to the stadium tours, you know what I mean, just all of that, and how all of that, going through the process of all of those things, brought him back home. Amazing. Like, going as far as you could with all of your pursuits and chasing your dreams and all of that stuff, it brought you back home. That shows that through all of this, he remained grounded. Let's finish the song.
We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you.
I know everything. I know everything, know myself, I know morality, spirituality, good and bad health. I know fatality might haunt you. I know everything, I know Compton, I know street shit, I know shit that's conscious. I know everything, I know lawyers, advertisement and sponsors. I know wisdom, I know bad religion, I know good karma. I know everything, I know history, I know the universe works mentally. I know the perks of bullshit, is it meant for me? I know everything, I know cars, clothes, hoes and money. I know loyalty, I know respect, I know those that's unreal. I know everything, the highs, the lows, the groupies, the junkies. I know if I'm generous at heart, I don't need recognition. The way I'm rewarded, well, that's God's decision. I know you know that line's for Compton School District. Just give it to the kids, don't gossip about how it's distributed. I know how people work. I know the price of life, I'm knowing how much it's worth. I know what I know, and I know it well not to ever forget. Until I realized I didn't know shit the day I came home.
We've been waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you.
I met a little boy that resembled my features. Nappy afro, gap in his smile. Hand-me-down sneakers bounce through the crowd. Running number home men and women that crossed him. Sun beaming on his BDBs, exhausted. Tossing footballs with his ashy black ankles. Breaking new laws, mama passed on home training. He looked at me and said, Kendrick, you do know my language. You just forgot because of what public schools have painted.
Oh, I forgot, don't kill my vibe. That's right, you're famous. I used to watch on Channel 5, TV was taken. But never mind, you're here right now, don't you mistake it, it's just a new trip. Take a glimpse of your family ancestor, make a new list of everything you thought was progress, and that was bullshit. I know your life is full of turmoil, you're spoiled by fantasies of who you are. I feel bad for you, I can attempt to enlighten you without frightening you. If you resist, I back off quick, go catch a flight or two. But if you pick destiny over rest in peace, then be an advocate. Tell your homies especially to come back home.
And I think the come back home aspect is just giving back to where you're from, like gaining oneness with legacy, with lineage, with the legacy to come, with those generations. Like, don't forget to each one teach one. Don't forget to give back to where you got what you got from, or where you got what you have to give from. You know what I mean? Don't forget, the people got you to where you are. So you got to come back home and fellowship with the people. You know what I mean? And like that, even with him going to Africa and going home, being a different situation, being having different symbolism in that, and going to Africa and understanding himself on a deeper level from that, and then bringing that back home to actual Compton. You know what I mean? And also bringing it back to hip hop. Like bringing the black music back to hip hop, you know what I mean? The jazz, the blues, the funk, you know what I mean? The scatting from the spoken word, like all of these things, like the horns, you know what I mean? Bringing all of these naturalistic elements back into hip hop. Home could mean so many things, man. And I feel like he was attempting to, and in my opinion, successfully did that throughout the album, you know what I mean? And symbolism. You know, he's shown that he's willing to give back monetarily and with his time to, you know, the people of Compton and LA on a grander scale. And he's continued to give his most intimate thoughts and perspectives through hip hop, you know, on wax. So, yeah, man, let's continue.
This is a word.
Feeling I can barely describe. When you reside, is it in a woman? Is it in money or man? Tell me something, got me losing my mind. You make me wanna jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about jump, jump, jump. Let's talk about. I've been looking for you my whole life, and appetite for the feeling I can barely describe. When you reside, is it in a woman? Is it in money or man? Tell me something, think I'm losing my mind. I say where you at, from the front to the back. I'm looking for you, I react only when you react. I thought I found you back in the ghetto when I was 17 with the 30th best show. Maybe you in a dollar bill, maybe you're not real, maybe only the wealthy get to know how you feel. Maybe you're paranoid, maybe I don't need you anyway. Don't lie to me, I'm suicidal anything. I can be your advocate, I can preach for you if you tell me what the matter is.
Looking for God, bro. He was looking for God in all of these things. He said on the I think it was whatever nighttime show that he actually performed the song, he was like, I can be your advocate. I can preach for you if you tell me what the matter is. I can speak for you with a mighty tongue. I'm the one. How can I overcome negative energy more like infinity and survive? Like pleading with God, like if he shows him the way, he will be one of his advocates on earth. Like, bro, it ain't too many people on this level rapping like this, bro. It really ain't that. It's super slim. You know what I mean? This back in 2015 and how he was pouring himself into always holding on to the concept of being pleasing to God in whatever way he could, while also holding on to where he's from and trying to pull those people up as well, so that he's not just one of those people who did a great migration from the hood and never came back and gave back. Amazing, bro. I'm telling you. Momma, I think Momma's my favorite song on this album.
K-Dot, pick up the phone, nigga. Every time my call is going to voicemail. Don't tell me they got you on some weirdo rap shit, nigga. No socks and skinny jeans and shit. on Shanika's fault.
I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your homeboy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo. We was in the hood, 14 with the deuce-deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. On the dead homies. I don't give a fuck about no politics and rap, my nigga. My little homies done a deuce, ain't never coming back, my nigga. So you better go hard every time you jump on wax, my nigga. Fuck what they talk about, your shit is where it's at, my nigga. Came in this game, you stuck your fangs in this game. You want no chain in this game, your hood, your name in this game. Now you double up, time to bubble up the bread and huddle up. Stick it to the scripts, now if them Benjamins go cuddle up. Skip, hop, drip, drop, flip, flop with the white tube sock. It go. That's what the products smell like when the chemicals mix. 50 niggas salute out the Compton Zoo with the extras. Elcos, Monte Carlos, Road Kings and dressers. Rip Riders, P-Funkers, Mexicans, they fuck with you. Asians, they fuck with you. Nobody can fuck with you. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your homeboy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo. We was in the hood, 14 with the deuce-deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. On the dead homies. Hopped out the caddy, just got my dick sucked. The little homies called and said the enemies that clicked up. Oh yeah, Puto wanna squabble with me, Vadio. Oh yeah, tell them they can run it for the cardio. Oh yeah, everything is scandalous. Slow motion for the ambulance. The project filled with cameras. The LAPD gambling, scrambling. Football numbers slandering. Niggas' names on paper, you snitched all summer. Streets don't fail me now. They tell me it's a new gang in town. From Compton to Congress. Set tripping all around. Ain't nothing new but a fluid new deal. My Crips and Republicans. Red state versus a blue state. Which one you governing? They give us guns and drugs, call us thugs, making they promise to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do.
Obama say what it do. Obama say what it do.
I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. Your homeboy, your block that you're from, boo-boo. Little hoes you went to school with, boo-boo. Baby mama and your new bitch, boo-boo.
Okay, in this song, the Democrats and Republicans goes into, I'll say this. I think now we should be less focused on which gang you rep and the actual issues and how us as a people can mutually benefit from these things. But the senseless and blind alignments of any given side, you know what I mean, is allowing certain sides, particularly now in this current era in 2025, to do things against even the interests of the people showing alignment to their side. And it's being ignored all due to the alignment. You know what I mean? So like, they gave us guns and drugs and called us thugs and made it a problem to fuck with you. No condom, they fuck with you. Obama say what it do. Like we have to come together and understand what we need as a people and then demand that from those in power who can grant or in this essence take away things that we need. So this shit deeper than rap, bro.
In the hood, 14 with the deuce-deuce. 14 years later, going hard like we used to on the dead homies. On the dead homies. Everybody wanna talk about who this and who that, who the realest and who whack, or who white and who black. Critics wanna mention that they missed when hip-hop was rapping. Motherfucker, if you did, the Killer Mike could be platinum. Y'all priorities fucked up with energy and wrong shit. Hennessy and Crown Vic, my memory been gone since. Don't ask about no camera blocking at award shows. No ask about my bitch, no ask about my foes. Unless you asking me about power, yeah, I got a lot of it. I'm the only nigga next to Snoop that can push the button.
We saw that was real. Look at the pop out. And then going into like he was telling y'all like it is, like y'all priorities fucked up, energy and wrong shit. Critics want to mention that they missed when hip hop was rapping. If you did, Killer Mike will be platinum. Shout out to Killer Mike 2023, sweeping the Grammys in the rap category. Shout out to him. But like, yeah, man, like the power that even goes to 2024 and what it turned into and how it's extending now into 2025 with the run that he's on. amazing generational run, which seemed to have built off years and years of preparation, through him continuing to uphold the tenets of hip hop and keep the culture first and the art form.
Coast on standby, K Dot, what up? I heard they opened up Pandora's box. I boxed in my land by a landslide. Nah, homie, we too sensitive. It spill out to the streets. I make the call and get the coast involved. The history repeat. But I resolved inside that private heart while sitting down with Jay. He said it's funny how one verse can fuck up the game. I've been A1 since day one, you niggas boo-boo. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. Going back and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned. Or maybe how A1 my foundation was. But while my loved ones was fighting a continuous war back in the city, I was entering a new one.
Was that like a cello or something? Like, what instrument was that was hitting that low bass register? What is that? It's crazy. And then with him entering the new battle, just seeing that it's much going on, the further you go, it's still shit going on. And this song is How Much a Dollar Costs featuring James Fauntleroy. And the great one, Ronald Asler.
How much a dollar really costs? The question is detrimental, paralyzed in my thoughts. Parasites in my stomach keep me with a gut feeling, y'all. Gotta see how I'm chilling once I park this luxury car. Hopping out feeling big as Mutombo. 20 on pump 6, 30 Marcellus called me Dumbo. 20 years ago, can't forget. Now I can lend them my ear or two. How to stack these residuals tenfold. The liberal concept that men do. 20 on 6 and didn't hear me. Indigenous African, only spoke Zulu. My American tongue was lyric. Walked out the gas station, a homeless man with a steady tan complexion. Asked me for 10 rand, stressing about dry land. Deep water, powder blue skies that crack open. A piece of crack that he wanted. I knew he was smoking, he begged and pleaded. Asked me to feed him twice, I didn't believe it. Told him beat it. Contributed money just for his pipe, I couldn't see it. He said, my son, temptation is one thing that I've defeated. Listen to me, I want a single bill from you. Nothing less, nothing more. I told him I didn't have it, then closed my door. Tell me how much a dollar cost. He's staring at me in disbelief. My temper is building. He's staring at me. I grabbed my key. He's staring at me. I started the car, then I tried to leave. But something told me to keep it in park until I could see the reason why he was mad at a stranger. Like I was supposed to save him. Like I'm the reason he homeless and asking me for a favor. He's staring at me. His eyes follow me with no laser. He's staring at me. I noticed that his stare is contagious. Cause now I'm staring back at him, feeling some type of disrespect. If I could throw a bat at him, he'd be aiming at his neck. I never understood someone begging for goods, asking for handouts, taking it if they could. And this particular person just had it down back, staring at me for the longest until he finally asked, have you ever opened up Exodus 14? A humble man is all that we ever need. Tell me how much a dollar cost.
And this song, I feel like it's going into a new act almost, where it's like the next war that he's going through is the war of self, and the ego death, if you will, and understanding that the responsibility is to help if you are enabled to, but you have to get out of your own way to do that, you know, to go from resenting the person that has less to understanding that the will of God is for you to be of service to people who have less if he granted you the ability to have more. How much a dollar costs?
tripping and feeling resentment. I never met a transient that demanded attention. They got me frustrated, indecisive, and power tripping. Sour emotions got me looking at the universe different. I should distance myself, I should keep it relentless. My selfishness is what got me here, who the fuck I'm kidding? So I'ma tell you like I told the last bum, crumbs and pennies, I need all of mine. And I recognize this type of panhandling all the time. I got better judgment, I know when niggas hustling. Keep in mind, when I was struggling, I did compromise. Now I comprehend, I smell grandpa's soul medicine reeking from your skin. Moonshine and gin, nigga you're babbling, your words ain't flattering. I'm imagining Denzel, be looking at O'Neal. Cause I'm in sad thrills, your gimmick is mediocre. The jig is up, I seen you from a mile away losing focus. And I'm insensitive, and I lack empathy. He looked at me and said, your potential is bittersweet. I looked at him and said, every nickel is mine to keep. He looked at me and said, know the truth, it'll set you free. You're looking at the Messiah, the Son of Jehovah, the higher power, the choir that spoke the word, the Holy Spirit, the nerve of Nazareth. And I tell you just how much a dollar costs. The price of having a spot in heaven, embrace your loss. I am God.
Wow. In this moment in this song, he was saying, in moments where you feel like you have every reason to say no, if you were endowed with the power to be able to say yes, it should do this. So when you feel like you have something to give and you were put here to give because you were given things outside of your ability to gain, it's your job to be able to pay that forward. And the price of it is a spot in heaven. Embrace your loss. I am God. Man, like, if that's not a call to action, I don't know what is.
Hands, I said my grace, what more do you want from me? Tears of a cloud, guess I'm not all what it's meant to be. Shades of gray will never change if I condone. Turn this page, help me change to right my wrong.
And I just got to stop one more time because the part from the great Ronald Isley is speaking to how can I conquer that part of my being, like that fleshly element, to withhold and deny someone who is in need. You know what I mean? Help me change to right my wrongs from that perspective and live more of a life in service. You know what I mean? And it's not always about money. It's about how can you be in service to other people. And this song does an excellent reflection of that, you know, discussing money, but it was much more than that. It was being able to be of service.
I'm with this.
Complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
This is solo live.
Ooh, complexion.
Two steps.
It all feels the same.
It's a solo live.
Dark is the midnight hour, her bright is the morning sun. Give a fuck about your complexion, I know what the German's done. Sneak me through the back window, I'm a good field nigga. I made a flower for you out of cotton just to chill with you. You know I go the distance, you know I'm 10 toes down even if massa listening. Cover your ears, he bout to mention
Complexion.
Two steps.
Complexion don't mean a thing.
It's a solo live.
It all feels the same.
It's a solo live.
Dark is the midnight hour, her bright is the morning sun. Brown skinned but your blue eyes tell me your mama can't run. Sneak me through the back window, I'm a good field nigga. I made a flower for you out of cotton just to chill with you. You know I go the distance, you know I'm 10 toes down even if massa listening. I got the world attention, so I'ma say something that's vital and critical for survival of mankind. The feline color should never rival. Beauty is what you make it. I used to be so mistaken by different shades and faces. Then Wit told me a woman is woman, love the creation. It all came from God, then you was my confirmation. I came to where you reside and looked around and seen more sights for sore eyes. Let the Willie Lynch theory reverse a million times with
Complexion.
Shout out to Wit, man. Shout out to Wiz. She being the voice of reason in this, and helping him see, you know, that the complexion don't matter, and that being able to be of service to everyone regardless of the complexion. He said, I'm gonna say, even if Master listening, like, this is him taking a step to assert that we all can be of service to each other. You know what I mean? But, you know, in this particular situation, it's talking about the different shades of African people. You know what I mean? Yeah, we said the blue eyes tell me your mama can't run. Going back to, you know, a lot of the stuff that happened on plantations when, you know, Master would take a liking. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so that, and understanding that at the end of the day, regardless of how you got here, it don't mean nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's unimportant. It all came from God. You was my confirmation from where you reside. You know what I'm saying? And reversing the Willie Lynch theory, going back to like how to create a perfect slave. You know what I mean? Like, and colorism was one of those dividing factors. And if we can reverse that, you know, just black people as a whole will be able to appreciate all the different shades of us, understanding that they are not points of division, but just different shades and a culmination of the unity that we should have with each other, because we're all from the same place. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, let's get into the next verse.
Complexion don't mean a thing. It's a Zulu sound. Ooh, complexion. Two steps. It all feels the same. It's a Zulu sound.
You like it? I love it. 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 I love it. You like it? I love it.
What on go Rhapsody at? I need you to speak your mind real quick, loved one.
Let me talk my Stu Scott. Excuse me on my Tupac. Keep your head up, when did you stop? Love and die. Color of your skin, color of your eyes. That's the real blues, baby, like you met Jay's, baby. You blew me away. You think more beauty in blue, green, and gray. On my Solomon up north, 12 years a slave, 12 years of age, thinking my shade too dark. I love myself, I no longer need Cupid. Enforcing my dark side like a young George Lucas. Light don't mean you smart, being dark don't make you stupid. A frame of mind for them busters, ain't talking woo-ha. Need a paradox for the paradox, they tutored. Like
Need a paradox for the paradox they tutored. Rap. Hey man, y'all gotta put some respect on Rhapsody name, bro. Got to. Let's get back to it.
LL, you lose 2 times. If you don't see you're beautiful in your complexion, it ain't complex. To put it in context, find the air beneath the kite, that's a context. Yeah, baby, I'm conscious. Ain't no contest. If you like it, I love it. All your earth tones been blessed. Ain't no stress, jigaboos wanna be. I ain't talking J, I ain't talking B. I'm talking days we got school, watching movie screens. That spike your self-esteem, the new James Bond gonna be black as me. Black as brown, hazelnut, cinnamon, black tea. And it's all beautiful to me. Call your brothers magnificent, call all the sisters queens. We all on the same team, blues and pyrus, no colors ain't a thing.
And then she introduces that element of it, just the colors in general. Like any color that you're using to sow division in between yourself and the brother next to you or the sister next to you or whatever the case may be, none of it should matter. None of it should matter. This is a super duper powerful song. Coming off of How Much a Dollar Costs and the song that preceded Hood Politics.
Barefoot babies with no care. Teenage gun told us that don't play fair. Should I get out the car? I don't see Compton, I see something much worse. The land of the landmines, the hell that's on earth.
And this goes in the Black of the Berry. And I wonder if, with it being Zulu Love, if he's referring to Africa, and then it goes into this song Black of the Berry, where he's comparing it to warring tribes in Africa and how that shows a parallel to the Crips and the Bloods in Compton, where he's from. It's dope.
Down to our knees, pray to the God. We don't believe.
Once I finish this, witnesses will contagious what I mean. Been feeling this way since I was 16. Came to my senses. You never liked this anyway. Fuck your friendship, I meant it. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the moon. Heritage of a small village. Part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy. My dick is big. My nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people. Your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil. I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You vandalized my perception, but can't take down from it. And this is more than confession. I mean, I might press the button just so you know my discretion. I'm guarding my feelings. I know that you feel it. You sabotage my community, making a killing. You made me a killer. Emancipation of a real nigga.
I saw them treat me like a slave, can be black. Oh, if you feel one heap of pain, can be black. I man, I said them put me in a chain, can be black. How much you now? Me gold chain full of rocks. And you know see the whip, left scar for me back. But now we have a big whip back from the black. Oh, them a see we doom from the start, can be black. But remember this, every race start from the black. Just remember that.
Oh man, that chorus is so powerful, and how we've been able to transmute and alkalize our situations to go from being put in chains to wearing chains, and the whips put scars upon me back, and then we got big whips parked on the block, and then they say we doomed from the start because we black. Just remember this: everything starts from the black. Just remember that. And also like a double entendre, depending on how we were saying it, everything starts from the block, like the racing block, the chopping block. Shit. Okay, I'm having one of the moments. But just going into the hypocrite portion, and the beginning, the first part of the verse coming off of Complexion, like the pride is kicking in, you know what I mean? So if I'm able to be have unity with all of the other shades, like the pride comes in, because now we're stronger as a union, and I'm lashing out, speaking truth to power. Like, you hate everything about me, you know what I'm saying, except when you was able to use me, and even then you hated me, you know what I'm saying, and you sabotaged my community, made me while making a killing. You made me a killer, and this is the part of being emancipated, you know what I mean? And the black of the berry, the sweeter the juice, just going to empowering. You know what I mean? And I think black at this moment, it's not just speaking to the actual shade, but it's like the prouder you are, the better the fruit you produce. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just about bearing fruit, and that could possibly be an ode to the Nina Simone Strange Fruit, which is crazy when you think about it, and how black this song is, and really in all actuality, like how black this album is. This is an amazing exhibition of black excellence. And that term has kind of been overused, or not overused, but kind of like, I would prefer to use something else, but like just black, just greatness of what we've been able to do, the greatness and the perseverance of what we've been able to create and sustain through what we've been through, the greatness and the ingenuity that we still have in making literally nothing to the most it could possibly be, while making it look easy, being graceful, you know what I'm saying, continuing to find new roads to travel anytime they shut one particular road off. Just that, you know what I mean, that's just beautiful, and just the ode to blackness, you know what I'm saying? And for my black people that's watching this, bruh, you are the product of continued generations of perseverance, strength, ingenuity, courage, bravery, faith, honor, respect, and righteousness. Do not forget that. You know what I mean? Do not forget that. Even when you're feeling like a hypocrite, do not forget that. Let's get to the next verse.
The biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will contagious what I mean. It's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'ma be just another slave in my head. Institutionalized, manipulation and lies. Reciprocation of freedom only live in your eyes. You hate me, don't you? I know you hate me just as much as you hate yourself. Jealous of my wisdom and cards I dealt. Watching me as I pull up, fill up my tank, then pill out. Muscle cars like pull up, show you what these big wheels pout. Black and successful, this black man meant to be special. Cat scans on my radar, bitch, how can I help you? How can I tell you I'm making a killing? You made me a killer, emancipation of a real nigga.
Real quick, and this verse turns into rage because now it's a point of like angrily confronting the other group. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you hate me, but all of this hate is from projection, and that's where all of this stuff came from. A projected sense of inequity, which leads to a superiority complex, and that can possibly lead to you feeling like you need to impress your power upon a given group of people to make you feel, to help satiate that inferiority complex by extending a sense of superiority. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go.
Them treat me like a slave, can be black. Oh, if you feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm an asset, them put me in a chain, can be black. I'm a now, me gold chain full of rocks. And you know see the whip, left scar from me back. But now we have a big whip back from the black. Oh, them a say we doom from the start, can be black. Remember this, every race start from the block. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's cynicism. It's grimy, little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can tell because you in love with the desert eagle. Thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him. It's funny how Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that wanna build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with power rules, only death settled the score. So no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers, or tell Georgia State Marcus Garvey got all the answers, or try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day, or eat watermelon chicken and Kool-Aid on weekdays, or jump high enough to get Michael Jordan endorsements, or watch BET cause urban support is important. So why did I weep when Trayvon Martin was in the street? When gang banging make me kill a nigga blacker than me? Hypocrite.
Man, I could turn it down because the instrumental, gonna be playing in the background. But just to go through all of that and get to the realization that under the right situation, you can be presented with situations where you might, feel led or compelled to be the hypocrite to contribute in black-on-black violence while attempting to protest the same type of violence that's going on in your community by people who aren't of or from your community. That's just a crazy situation, you know what I mean? Like, but that's what makes it like the human experience about being a hypocrite. But yeah, let's go to the next song. And this song is You Ain't Gotta Lie, Momma said. And yeah, man, that song just like going through the process of, understanding the hypocrisy that can exist and not attempting to be above it while also attempting to speak to it, to, in essence, get people to understand that their hypocrisy can exist, but hopefully create a change with the dissolution of their hypocrisy. Like, I love my people enough to not speak ill or wish ill on people who look like me in this given situation. Like, I don't want to kill none of my people. Like, people are already killing us. I want to hold us accountable, you know, for things, but I don't want to do the things that they are hoping that they trained us to do through years of slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, all of these other things. Let's not be the people that we was programmed to be. So let's go into the next song. You ain't gotta lie.
Steady long, steady wrong, nigga. Hey, y'all close that front door. Y'all let flies in this motherfucker. Close that door. My OG up in this motherfucker right now. My pops in with the bottle in his acting a fool. Hey, baby, check it out. I'ma tell you what my mama had said. She like, I can spot you a mile away. I can see your insecurities written all on your face. So predictable your words. I know what you're gonna say. Who you fooling or you assuming you could just come and hang with the homies, but your level of realness ain't the same. Circus acts only attract those that entertain. Small talk, we know that it's all talk. We live in the laugh factory every time they mention your name. Ask where the hoes at to impress me. Ask where the money bags to impress me. Say you got the burner stash to impress me. It's all in your head, homie. Ask where the plug at to impress me. Ask where the jug at to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga.
And this goes to being one with yourself and not feeling the need to fake the funk, which also led to a lot of shit that happened last year in 2024. Feeling the need to fake the funk, which leads you to creating a persona that has nothing to do with the person that you were when you came into whatever it is. Like you trying so hard to fit in that you lose who you were in the process. And he's gonna get into that in his next verse in more detail. But you ain't got a lot to kick it, bro. Just be who you are, and if who you are is real enough to be accepted, you will be accepted. And by real, I mean genuine, authentic, and unafraid and unapologetic to take every step that you take in life as yourself.
You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. And the world don't respect you, and the culture don't accept you, but you think it's all love. And the girls gon' neglect you once your parody is done. Reputation can't protect you if you never had one. Jealousy, complex, emotional, complex, self-pity, complex, under-oath, complex. The loudest one in the room, nigga, that's a complex. Let me put it back in proper context. You ain't gotta lie.
He was talking to somebody. We all know who he was talking to. I won't say the name, but you can put it in the comment section. We know who he was talking to. It revealed itself last year, and in review of a lot of years, it revealed itself for a long time. Let's go.
My nigga, you ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. Ask where the hoes at to impress me. Ask where the money bags to impress me. Say you got the burner stash to impress me. It's all in your head, homie. Ask where the plug at to impress me. Ask where the jug at to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. What do you got to offer? Tell me before we off here. Put you deep in that coffin. Been allergic to talking. Been aversion to bullshit and sell a dream in the auction. Tell me just who your boss is. Niggas be fugazi. Bitches be fugazi. This is for fugazi. Niggas and bitches who make habitual line babies. Bless them little hearts. You can never persuade me. You can never relate me to him, to her, or that, or them, or you. The truth. You love to bend in the back, in the bed, on the floor. That's your hoe. On the couch, in the mouth. I'll be out. Really don't. See loud rich niggas got low money, and loud broke niggas got no money. The irony behind it is so funny, and I seen it all this past year. Pass on some advice we feel.
And to clarify what I was just saying, it's not just all directly at that person or whoever you think it is. It's also a reflection of self. Like, you don't have to lie to kick it. Show up as yourself. You know what I mean? And in that revelation, it can apply to whoever it needs to apply to when that person needs that lesson to be taught to them. You ain't got to lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie.
Lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't got to try so hard. You ain't got to lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't got to lie. You
Once again, as we go into the next song, this is You Ain't Got a Lie. Shout out to Terrace Martin. Shout out to Terrace Martin.
We bringing up nobody but the #1 rapper in the world. He done traveled all over the world. He came back just to give you some games. All over the morning. Come on in.
1, 2, 1, 2. What's happening, fool?
Come on out.
I done been through a whole lot. Tried tribulation, but I know God. The devil wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry, yeah. As I look around me, so many motherfuckers wanna down me. But an amigo never drown me. In front of a dirty double mirror, they found me. And I love myself. And when you're looking at me, tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the police. I love myself. Illuminated by the hand of God, boy, don't seem shy. I love myself. One day at a time. They wanna say it's a war outside, bomb in the street, gun in the hood, mob of police, rock on the corner with a line full of fiend and a bottle full of lean, and I might wanna scream, These days of frustration keep come to the front. Yeah, I duck these cold faces, post up feet, fight for bases. Dreams are reality's peace. Blow steam in the face of the beast. Sky can fall down, wind can cry now. Look at me, motherfucker, I smile, I love myself. And when you're looking at me, tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the police. I love myself. Illuminated. All y'all come to the front. Y'all come up to the front. Baby girl, you, come on. Crazy. What you gonna do? Lift up your head and keep moving. Turn the mic up. It's the fashion police, I wear my heart on my sleeve, let the runway start. You know the miserable do love company. What do you want from me and my skies? Everybody lack confident, everybody lack confident. How many times my potential was anonymous? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this nigga I love myself. And when you're looking at me, tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the police. I love myself. Illuminated by the hand of God.
Okay, and coming off of You Ain't Got to Lie and then going into this song, it's all about, especially in the context of the album, learning to accept and love yourself. Because You Ain't Got to Lie is coming to grips that you are who you are and being okay with that and not feeling like you got to try too hard to fit in. And it's powerful when you get to the point of truly having that unbridled, unbreakable love for yourself. You know what I mean? And you feel illuminated by the hand of God, man. Don't be shy. One day at a time, the sun gonna shine. Like that resolution makes you powerful. Beautiful music, man.
I went to war last night with a automatic weapon. Don't nobody call a medic. I'ma do it till I get it right. I went to war last night. I've been dealing with depression ever since an adolescent. I can never hear the blessing. I can never see the message. I can never take the lead. I can never bother me from a negative and letting them annihilate me. And it's selling and I'm moving at a medium speed for the running to a building in my body.
Killer music, not on my time. When you say that shit for the streets, when you say that shit is for the kids, bro. 2015 niggas tired of playing victim, dog. Niggas ain't trying to play victim. How many niggas we done lost? How many? Yeah, how many we lost? No, for real, answer the question. How many niggas we done lost, bro? This year alone. Exactly, so we ain't got time to waste time, my nigga. Niggas gotta make time, bro. The judge make time. You know that, the judge make time, right? The judge make time, so it ain't shit. It shouldn't be shit for us to come out here and appreciate the little bit of life we got left, dog.
And I think this part in particular is why sometimes you have to do things through art. You know what I mean? Sometimes people aren't willing to hear you when you tell it to them straight. Sometimes you have to do it in creative, artistic ways to get people to be able to consume the message. Because even though they might not get it at first, if it's creative enough and it has enough gravity to get people to watch it multiple times, they may be able to have those genuine, authentic thoughts on their own and understand what the image is you're trying to portray or project onto them. Because when he's trying to tell them straight up, the situation they're in has their attention and they're not able to listen to him and see what he has to say, which is actually in an attempt to help them get out of the mindset that they're currently in this given situation. It took me 10 years to realize that. Let's keep going.
On the dead homies, Charlie P, you know that, bro. You know that. Right, it's Mando. Right, it's Mando. Now, I say this because I love niggas, man. I love all my niggas, bro. Exactly. Enough said. We're gonna get back to the show and move on, because that shit petty, my nigga. Mic check. We're gonna do some acapella shit before we get back to all my niggas. Listen to this. I promised Dave I never used the phrase fuck nigga. He said, think about what you saying. Fuck niggas. No better than Samuel on the Django. No better than a white man with slave boats. Sound like I needed some soul searching. My pops gave me some game in real person. Retraced my steps on what they never taught me. Did my homework fast before government caught me. So I'ma dedicate this one verse to Oprah on how the infamous sensitive N-word control us. So many artists gave her an explanation to hold us. Well, this is my explanation, straight from Ethiopia. N-E-G-U-S. Definition, royalty. King royalty. Wait, listen. N-E-G-U-S. Description, black emperor, king ruler. Now let me finish. The history books overlooked the word and hide it. America tried to make it to a house divided. The homies don't recognize we've been using it wrong. So I'ma break it down and put my game in a song. N-E-G-U-S. Say it with me, or say no more. Black stars can come and get me. Take it from Oprah Winfrey. Tell her she right on time. Kendrick Lamar, by far, realest sneakers alive.
And that just going from the prospect of the act previous about coming back home and bringing that information that he gained from his trip to Ethiopia and just the studies and stuff that he's been doing, you know, just trying to enrich himself and coming to the realization that just the word that has such a hold on us as a people originates from a word that meant something completely different in previous generations. So it's just like about finding a way to repurpose the word and understanding the power of it, and not necessarily so much, hey, my niggas, but understanding like they can't rewrite our history. They can try to whitewash it all they want to, but they can't rewrite it. You know what I'm saying? And that lives in you. So once you understand that we are beyond the brainwashing and stuff that they tried to put on us, all of that stuff is up. If we can remove all of that stuff and get back to where, you know what I mean, get back to the power that they tried to take away, you know, in long times past. If we can continue to regain that power through understanding of self, because that's what the metaphor is about it. I mean, he's quite literal in the realest niggas alive, but on a grander level, it's just about reclaiming our history, reclaiming our heritage, reclaiming our time. You know what I mean? Just reclaiming everything about us. And when we get to that point, it helps rewrite a lot of the negative programming that's been placed on us throughout the years. You know what I mean? It's just a simple rewiring. And if we can do that, sky's the limit. And that's what he was getting to with that live version of I. Beautiful, beautiful music. The messaging, crazy. Now let's get to the last song on the album to wrap a super duper classic album, man. Mortal Man by Kendrick Lamar.
stay propelling. Let these words be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that being said, my nigga, let me ask this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela, hope my flow stay propelling. Let these words be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that being said, my nigga, let me ask this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Won't you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Do you believe in me? Are you deceiving me? Could I let you down easily? Is your heart where it need to be? Is your smile on permanent? Is your vow on lifetime? What you know where the sermon is? If I died in this next line, if I'm tried in the court of law, if the industry cut me off, if the government want me dead, plant cocaine in my car, would you judge me a drug head or see me as Lamar? Or question my character and degrade me on every blog? Want you to love me like Nelson? Want you to hug me like Nelson? I freed you from being a slave in your mind. You're very welcome. You tell me my song is more than a song, it's surely a blessing. But a prophet ain't a prophet till he asks you this question. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Won't you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela, hope my flow stay propelling. Let my word be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And with that, do you believe in me? How much you believe?
Man, let these words be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. It's like people expect you to be perfect when you're trying to do these things. Or just, because granted, Kendrick is like 26, 27. He was born in 87. This came out in 2015. So he like 26, 27 when he writing these songs. And we look at it from that perspective, like when you come into information, you tend to take that position of being the flag bearer to the people that's around you. And that can kind of come with a certain like tinge of hubris, you know what I mean? And like we see that he went on a maturation process even after this album was created, even getting to the point of like, I'm not your savior, you know what I mean? Like, but he had to go through the process. Because I remember like when I was coming into stuff, like trying to tell people what was the truth, you know what I mean? Trying to tell people what was right, what was wrong, where we from, where we not from, what we should believe in, this, that, and the third. And when you start to do that, people start to look at you through with finely tooth comb and with a microscope. They looking for any potential mistake that you'll make to prove that you aren't perfect. They start to tear you down when you start to take stances like this, because a lot of times, more times than not, they start to see you as a person who's projecting in a position that is higher than them. Like, how can you pull me up? You would have to be, at least by your calculation, higher than me to pull me up. And that can create a resentment and also the pressure of a person to be perfect from that position. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect. So that's a lot of pressure. And that can lead you to get to the next part of even asking you, okay, if I'm going to go on this pursuit to attempt to enlighten my brothers and sisters, are you still going to be a fan? Are you going to hold me down as I do this? As I take what I feel like is a righteous pursuit, are you going to still support and believe in me? I feel like I'm charged with the ghost of Mandela. Hope my flows stay propellant. You know what I mean? Going back to Section 80, looking at Martin Luther staring at me. Visions of he mentioned Malcolm X too in another line that I can't remember off the top of my head, but like even that and the pillars of the Black Panthers possibly being the three eyes and the higher power, like he was speaking from this militant seeming upbringing and how he feel like he had a message to deliver to the people. And once he got to the point where he felt like he was of the ability to do that on a grand level, he attempted it. And all he felt like he wanted at that time was for people not only to understand and consume the message, but support him as he goes against everything to do so, at least at that specific moment in time. Like, At this point, the industry ain't trying to hear no shit like this. This isn't something that people have paved the way for in this era to do. I'm going against all conventional wisdom in creating an album like this. Not only with the musicality of it, but the message that I'm encoding in it to my black people. So when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? It's an amazing question. And the irony of this question coming to bear fruit in 2024 into 2025 is not lost on me. All the people looking to tear him down for continuing this fight, to not only fight for us, our people, our culture, and where we come from, and the things that we hold dear. Shit hit the fan, and we started to see that a lot of people were not still fans. It's amazing, because it's not a fan of him, but a fan of the things that he stands for. Like he said in Watch the Party Die, people don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. It ain't even just about Kendrick. This shit bigger than him. He done said that on numerous occasions. He don't want to be God. He was just trying to help people. Let's finish, man.
You think she gon' stick around if them 25 years occur? You think he gon' hold you down when you down beyond bars hurt? You think y'all on common ground if you promise to be there first? Can you be immortalized without your life being expired? Even though y'all share the same blood, is it worth the time? Like who got your best interest? Like how much are you dependent? How clutch are the people that say they love you and who pretended? How tough is your skin when they turn you in? Do you show forgiveness? What brush do you bend with dust in your shoulders from being offended? What kind of den did they put you in when the lions start hissing? What kind of bridge did they burn revenge on your mind when it's mentioned? You wanna love like Nelson, you wanna be like Nelson, you wanna walk in his shoes, but your peacemaking seldom. You wanna be remembered and deliver the message that considered the blessing of everyone. This your lesson for everyone. Say when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Once you look to your left and right, make sure you ask your friends. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The voice of Mandela, hope this flow stay propelling. Let my word be your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And if you riding with me, nigga, I've been wrote off before.
And it continues just like questioning the people, like, if I do this, man, if I take this step, you feel what I'm saying? And also, like, how would you exist in this space? Like, would you be able to, like, look at it from my shoes? Like, would you be able to show forgiveness to people who transgress against you in the time where you feel like you're doing what needs to be done for not only your family and friends, but your people at large? You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is deep. This is deep. Like, the question itself, when shit hits the fan, are you still a fan? But going through all of the processes, like, because we share the same blood, is it worth the time? Like, who got your best interest? It's like going against the things that can help you succeed and get where you need to be. Like, I'm acting in a position, or at least I'm writing as a person who's attempting to proceed in this world as a person who's giving myself selflessly while being chastised and denigrated by the very people I'm trying to, at least at this point in my career, help. I could see how that could create the insanity that goes into the album that goes into the mind of the person who made Damn, the follow-up album, and certain songs on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It's crazy. Just the mental gymnastics of trying to weigh all of this shit while continuing to be yourself. Crazy.
Got abandonment issues, I hold grudges like bad judges. Don't let me resent you, that's not Nelson. Like, want you to love me like Nelson. I went to Robbins Island analyzing, that's where his cell is, so I can find clarity. Like how much you cherish me. Is this relationship a fake or real as the heavens be? See, I gotta question it all. Family, friends, fans, cats, dogs, trees, plants, grass, how the wind blow, Murphy's Law, Generation X. Will I ever be your ex? Flaws of a baby step, marred by the mouth a bit. Pause, put me under stress, crawled under rocks, ducking y'all. It's respect, but then tomorrow, put my back against the wall. How many leaders you said you needed, then left them for dead? Is it Moses, is it Huey Newton, or Detroit Red? Is it Martin Luther, JFK shooter, you assassin? Is it Jackie, is it Jesse? Oh, I know it's Michael Jackson. Oh, when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? That nigga gave us Billie Jean, you say he touched those kids? When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? The ghost of Mandela, hope my flow stay propelling. your earth and moon, you consume every message. As I lead this army, make room for mistakes and depression. And if you ride with me, nigga, let me ask this question, nigga.
And before we get into the part that we all know is coming, the conversation with Tupac, he gets to the point of like just doubting everything. You know what I mean? Like, then he goes into how many leaders you said you needed and left them for dead. Like, all of them, all the way to from the righteous thought leaders of the time, like Malcolm, Martin, all the way down to Michael Jackson. Like, under whatever situation, like, I'm afraid that if I do this, you're going to cast me to the side. I feel like in these situations, from Kendrick's perspective, like, there is a fear of like, will they throw me away for the sake of fear or the longing to have attachment to the comfortability of stat quo, even though stat quo is uncomfortable. Man, let's finish it up, man. This song, bro. This is a think piece in itself.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt. Going back and forth trying to convince myself the stripes I earned. Or maybe how A1 my foundation was. But while my loved ones was fighting a continuous war back in the city, I was entering a new one. A war that was based on apartheid and discrimination. Made me want to go back to the city and tell the homies what I learned. The word was respect. Just because you wore a different gang color than mine doesn't mean I can't respect you as a black man. Forgetting all the pain and hurt we caused each other in these streets. If I respect you, we unify and stop the enemy from killing us. But I don't know. I'm no mortal man. Maybe I'm just another nigga. Shit, and that's all I wrote. I was gonna call it another nigga, but it ain't really a poem. I just felt like it's something you probably could relate to. Other than that, now that I finally got a chance to holler at you, I always want to ask you about a certain situation, about a metaphor, actually. You spoke on the ground. What you mean by that? What the ground represent?
The ground is gonna open up and swallow the evil.
Right.
That's how I see it. My word is born. I see, and the ground is the symbol for the poor people.
Right.
The poor people is gonna open up this whole world and swallow up the rich people. Because the rich people are gonna be so fat and they're gonna be so appetizing. You know what I'm saying? Wealthy, appetizing. The poor gonna be so poor and hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, there might be some cannibalism out this month. They might eat the rich. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let me ask you this then. Do you see yourself as somebody that's rich or somebody that made the best of their own opportunities?
I see myself as a natural born hustler, a true hustler in every sense of the word. I took nothing, I took the opportunities. I worked at the most menial and degrading job and built myself up so I can get it to where I owned it. I went from having somebody manage me to me hiring the person that works my management company. Right. I changed everything. I realized my destiny in a matter of 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and made myself a millionaire.
Right.
I made millions for a lot of people. Now it's time to make millions for myself, you know what I'm saying? I made millions for the record companies. I made millions for these movie companies. Now I make millions for us.
And through your different avenues of success, how would you say you managed to keep a level of sanity?
By my faith in God, by my faith in the game, and by my faith in all good things come to those that stay true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was happening to me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I was noticing shit. I was punching the right buttons, and it was happening. So it's no problem. You know, I mean, it's a problem, but I'm not finna let them know. I'm finna go straight through.
Would you consider yourself a fighter at heart, or somebody that only reacts when they back is against the wall?
Shit, I like to think that at every opportunity I've ever been threatened with resistance, it's been met with resistance. And not only me, but it goes down my family tree. You know what I'm saying? It's in my veins to fight.
And I feel like, of course, the album was, when you get to this point, this conversation is a culmination of the energy and a lot of the messaging and symbolism throughout the entire album. You know what I mean? Like getting to the point where you can empower yourself to power others and having the spirit of the fight. You know what I mean? Before you get to the point where you're willing to, you know, inevitably, quote unquote, give up. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily give up and like let yourself die, but give up and let the fight inside you die because you feel like you have things close enough to you to stop fighting because of the fear of losing them. You know what I mean? And can't judge nobody for that. And Tupac is going to acknowledge that shortly, but you know, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And sometimes there comes a fight, and even fighting against some of those who you are looking to help because they can't get out of their own way and seeing that you're not opposition. You're looking to, you know, help them and be of service to them in any way possible. And sometimes that involves, you know, challenging the status quo and speaking truth to power. And a lot of people react to that in a lot of different ways. So sometimes when you met with resistance, you have to respond with equal and opposite energy. So let's continue.
All right, well, how long you think it take before niggas be like, we fighting a war, I'm fighting a war I can't win, and I want to lay it all down?
In this country, a black man only have like 5 years we can exhibit maximum strength. And that's right now, while you a teenager, while you still strong, while you still want to lift weights, while you still want to shoot back. Because once you turn 30, it's like they take the heart and soul out of a man, out of a black man in this country. And you don't want to fight no more. And if you don't believe me, you can look around. You don't see no loudmouth 30-year-old motherfuckers.
That's crazy, because me being one of your offsprings of the legacy you left behind, I can truly tell you that it's nothing but turmoil going on. So I wanted to ask you, what you think is the future for me and my generation today?
I think that niggas is tired of grabbing shit out the stores, and next time it's a riot, it's gonna be like bloodshed, for real. I don't think America know that. I think America think we was just playing. It's gonna be some more playing, but it ain't gonna be no playing. It's gonna be murder. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like Nat Turner, 1831, up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen.
That's crazy, man. In my opinion, the only hope that we kind of have left is music and vibrations. A lot of people don't understand how important it is. You know, sometimes I can like get behind a mic and I don't know what type of energy I'm gonna push out or where it comes from. Trip me out sometimes.
Real quick, and this kind of goes into the Super Bowl performance, like what I was saying earlier, and just his music in general, and how everybody doesn't have to be boots to the ground, prototypical protester person to display activism or to be in the fight. Like, God gave everybody a litany of different gifts. Everybody's uniquely made. So at some time, like in some instances, your gift to contribute to the betterment of mankind does not necessarily have to be on that front line. You can be creating, doing other things, being a thought leader, whatever the case is. God gave everybody unique gifts to contribute to the betterment of mankind. And Kendrick feels his is through music and vibrations. Also, into a more almost dystopian point of view, like he feel like that's one of the last mediums we have left to, you know, speak truth to power and stand and fight. You know what I mean? It's music and vibrations. And the good thing about that is you never are too old to create. You know what I mean? So people who are looking for ways to speak truth to power, go through your internal inventory and pray to God and see what his gift was that he gave you, and then use that gift to speak truth to power and use that gift to be of service to the people around you. And that's what I intend to do with this channel, as well as my brother DJ. You know what I mean? I've spoken about this many times, but this is important. Like, it ain't just about being quote unquote woke. It's about being an instrument of service to the people around you. And that's what he's saying. Like, and in that fight, you know what I mean, to stop the enemy from killing us and all of this other shit, and to empower and embolden and enrich, you know what I'm saying, the people that we came up with and the people who share like lineage and heritage as us, we have to find ways to meet them wherever they at, you know what I mean? And this is for Kendrick through music, you know what I mean? Some other people are more boots to the ground. Some other people do it through, you know, paintings and art. Some people do it through, you know, dance. Some people do it through whatever the case may be. Some people even do it through acts of intentional force. So it's like everybody has their way. It does not have to be uniform. In that way, it's too easy to stop and predict. If everybody is doing it through their own specific way, it makes it more powerful. And the less uniformity, you know what I mean? The uniformity is the message. You know what I'm saying? You don't need homogeneity in the actual practice. You need homogeneity in the actual message that's looking to be spoken out. So let's continue. Let's wrap this up.
Because it's spirits. We ain't even really rapping. We just letting our dead homies tell stories for us.
Damn. I wanted to read one last thing to you. It's actually something a good friend had wrote, describing my world. It says, the caterpillar is a prisoner to the streets that conceived it. Its only job is to eat or consume everything around it in order to protect itself from this mad city. While consuming this environment, the caterpillar begins to notice ways to survive. One thing it notices is how much the world shuns him, but praises the butterfly. The butterfly represents the talent, the thoughtfulness, and the beauty within the caterpillar. But having a harsh outlook on life, the caterpillar sees the butterfly as weak and figures out a way to pimp it to his own benefits. Already surrounded by this mad city, the caterpillar goes to work on the cocoon, which institutionalizes him. He can no longer see past his own thoughts. He's trapped. While trapped inside these walls, certain ideas take root, such as going home and bringing back new concepts to this mad city. The result? Wings begin to emerge, breaking the cycle of feeling stagnant. Finally free, the butterfly sheds light on situations that the caterpillar never considered, ending the internal struggle. Although the butterfly and caterpillar are completely different, they are one and the same. What's your perspective on that? Pop.
Crazy. And I think he left it open-ended because Pac didn't have the answers. Pac left without giving us the answers. Kendrick himself doesn't have the answers. And I wish people really understood that, because they wouldn't be looking at him like he had some type of savior complex. But from the perspective of just the caterpillar maturing into the butterfly, like almost like how a person who has gotten to the point of being enlightened to look to shed light, a person from the neighborhood who's a product of his environment may resent that person and see that person as weak. But as you start to evolve, you know what I mean, you start to see things in yourself and from the outside world that you didn't imagine when you were the caterpillar. And then you break that cycle of being stagnant, because now you understand that there's more out here than where you were previously trapped and institutionalized by. So the grand gesture of the album, or in the letter that he wrote to him, is about the evolution of self. You know what I mean? And if everybody can go from the caterpillar to the butterfly, you know what I mean? We all get to that point where we see the world for more of what it is and see ourselves for more than what we feel like we've been programmed to believe. And then we get into the point where we have pride in self, we have pride in community, we have pride in speaking truth to power, we have pride in all of these things that lead us to continue to walk step by step in creating a better world for the person not only next to you, but the person that is to come after you, making the person that died for you to get where you are proud of the steps that you made through your journey. That is powerful. That is powerful. And shout out to Kendrick Lamar for kicking that in a way where he didn't necessarily have to come out and tell you, because the beauty of the journey is realizing it for yourself. Beautiful. I'm glad I went back through this album and listened to it today so I can have a greater understanding for it at this age. I was 25 when it came out. I'm 35 now. And just like they say, sometimes you got to read a book every couple of years or every year and you'll see it differently. This is a beautiful work of art from somebody who put they all into the art form and the music and the craft. You know what I mean? And if you guys are willing to go through the process that's illustrated in this, you'll be a better person for it. Your family will perceive you as a better person for it. You know what I mean? You'll be able to be of service and assist people in the evolution themselves. And it's not something that is in opposition of where you came from, so you don't have to resent it. It's all just about evolving and becoming a different version of yourself. It's not changing, it's evolving. There's nothing wrong with evolution. You don't have to fear that. You don't have to resent that. You don't have to throw stones at that aspect and that concept of growth. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing wrong with growth. There's nothing wrong with maturing and realizing that the world is bigger than yourself, and there are things that go on in this world that certain parts of yourself have to be shed to be empathetic to, be willing to change, and be willing to do something for the overall adjustment and change of that thing on a grand scale. So I ask you guys, what are you willing to do to be of service in whatever capacity? As long as it's for the betterment of the people around you, yourself, and the people to come after you, you're doing your part in creating a better world. And for the people who are onlookers at people who are willing to do these things, as these people reach positions of higher status to help those around them on a greater level, when shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? And I'm going to leave y'all with that. My name is Skip. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for creating this beautiful album, To Pimp a Butterfly. The 10-year anniversary is within a week or so. Shout out to everybody who stayed this long. And if you did stay this long, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want additional content, be sure to join the Patreon or the YouTube members. And if this is your first and or last time, just let me know how you feel about what we did in the comments. And until next time, we out of here. Peace.